Today is the first quarter-final of the Foodshala Kids competition. 3 very competitive and talented schools will go head-to-head to secure in the Foodshala kitchens their place in the semi-finals of the competition.
Big day, quarter-final. All 3 teams will create a meal which will remind them of love that their family has given them over the years. We want to see that love. We want to see love coming out of food. Surprise us and move ahead. Judging parameter changes. It's not only taste and presentation, but today it's test of teamwork and technique as well. So focus on that. Let the Foodshala Kids competition begin.
I'm happy to make it to the quarterfinals. It feels really unreal, but I can also feel like the pressure on us.
Feeling nervous, but I'm also I'm very anxious about the whole thing.
It's a tough competition, I guess, but we hope God is with us, so we'll just try.
I would like to thank Foodshala to give us this Winning Our Hearts for Generation round, because then we can show like our grandmother's cooking, which have been lost somewhere in today's, modern world with brand new ingredients.
We're preparing it like a traditional way, so we're doing it from like different countries that are actually we know.
I am from Kerala, from the Malabar region, so I would be cooking something which is really passed down from, actually it's from great-great-great-grandmother maybe.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Grandpapa. Thank you, Grandmama.
Other teams watch out because the power is here.
We're gonna do good, right? I hope you do good because I wish good luck upon you, and I've been told to be less competitive about this.
Listen here, little goody two-shoes. We will do this. We will work hard and we will get it, and we will push ourselves until we get to the end of this.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Lifebuoy's Foodshala Kids presented by Karoli. Congratulations to GEM's founders, teams BHAVAN Abu Dhabi and of course Emirates International. You guys are all quarter-finalists on Foodshala Kids and you have reached a very important stage of the show. This episode will determine your entry into the semi-finals and of course whether you can make it another step closer to the finals. The theme is Karoli, winning hearts for generations. Of course, you will need to cook with your heart, but today you need to give it a little extra spoonful of love because we want to see the kinds of recipes that have been passed down through generations with all the feeling and emotion and things that would make your mothers and perhaps grandmothers proud. You guys are going to be judged on taste, presentation, technique, and teamwork because you're going to have a new headmaster which I'll introduce to you and he'll be with us for the rest of Foodshala Kids season. So, the General Manager of the WAFI Pyramids Complex, your new headmaster, welcome Chef Mariano Andre to the stage.
Cooking is an emotion. Don't cook to impress me. Cook to express yourself. Let good food educate, empower and inspire you. I'm Chef Mariano Andres and I'm coming to Foodshala Kids. Teams, congratulations to make it to the quarterfinals. I want you to show me how your techniques in cooking. I want you to show me also cooperation. Teamwork is very important, but time management as well. Why? Because the clock will be ticking and believe me, it goes really, really fast.
The rules are simple. As always, there's 90 minutes on the clock. In that time, you need to prepare your starters, main course, and dessert. Headmaster, the floor is yours. Teams, good luck.
On one hand, we have 2 strong teams, and the other hand, we have 1 stern headmaster. I don't know how we're gonna make it.
So teams, are you ready? The 90 minutes starts now.
what the strategy we have now is we all cook the dish. We put it for cooking, or if it's done, we leave that and we move on to the next. So like we work as a team.
This time we're doing everything together.
This time we are more focusing on to be much more organized than before. We have got a lot of division of labor. Everything is pre-planned.
The dish I'm making, the egg sandwiches, which is the starter. Yeah, my great-grandmother used to make for my mom when she would travel to Spain for the summer. I'm incredibly excited because I love the dish. It is delicious. I could eat it every day.
My great-great-grandmother, she loved fish. She added shrimps on them. My great-great-grandfather used to grow barley. It's in my family for centuries. And now my grandfather is still making barley, and my grandmother, she still loves fish.
I'll be cooking banana foster, and it's like a food from New Orleans, but a lot of Caribbean and Jamaican restaurants would cook it. I got it from my granddad because he used to work as a chef, and he really inspired me.
Lifebuoy Foodshala Kids presented by Karoli in association with Daewoo, Red Tag, Albion Water, Capri Sun, Omo, 4Mobile, Tilda Rice, Signal, supported by Eagle Eye Interiors, Young Times and Radio 4.
As a team, along with our mentor and along with our parents, we decided which cuisine we're gonna go for each course. And so we chose Indian for the starter, Sri Lankan for the main course, and Egyptian for the dessert. So yeah, basically it was a full learning experience for us because we've never made these dishes ever.
I'll be doing the starter and dessert, and the main course is from Andhra Pradesh. Starter, it's in my language, it's called Chemmeen Kinnapattil. It's with prawns. And then dessert, it's a tender coconut pudding. We call it Ilanir pudding.
Yeah, I'll give you a bigger knife. Now?
No, there's a bigger knife here. I have it.
What is happening here?
Okay, here's.
I see it very empty. There's nothing happening here. Time is ticking.
Yes, sir. So, sugar syrup.
No, don't tell me.
Okay.
Do it.
Yes, sir. I think during that time I was making the sugar syrup for the basbousa, and what sir didn't realize that the cake's in, the sugar syrup's almost ready and we're starting the main course. What he thought was just the sugar syrup is done. So he was a bit skeptical at first regarding our speed at this, but slowly I think he realized that we're up to like time, but just a bit behind.
Venga, I see you very, very little. You go like this, yeah? You smash it a bit, okay? And now you go like this, very hard. You see? Yes? Venga. Now you. Vamos. Not too much because it. No, but you. Okay, venga. Vamos, dale. Venga. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Don't look at me. Be careful because you'll cut yourself. Yeah? What are you cooking? Some rice here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is done.
And I'm grating mango over here.
Okay.
Our headmaster, Chef MARIANO, was so fun. He was like really friendly. He just gave me positive vibes.
Chef Mariano was like a cute big teddy bear, and I wanted to hug him.
Yo, Mariano, venga. What is happening here? Is this? This is cold. This is cold. What are you doing here? This is turn off. This is off.
Okay, why is everything just turning off automatically?
Well, maybe because someone switched it off.
He's a very nice guy. I mean, like we share a Spanish heritage, which is really nice. You know, we talked a bit of Spanish. I thought it would give me a little boost, but it didn't.
careful.
I was cutting the shrimps, then I saw my finger was a shrimp, so then I cut it.
Halfway through, 45 minutes, so it means only 45 minutes left. Vamos, 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 vamos.
I'm trying to make my sauce for my dessert, and I think it's going very well.
We're just focusing on what we're doing, all right? We're mindful and we're taking things one step at a time.
Only 30 minutes.
Yes.
If I was you, I will start plating some dishes, okay?
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I'm making banana foster.
Yeah, but what do you put before? Normally put the butter before, warm it very, very high, and then you put the banana. And after you put the cinnamon, etc., etc. And now it will burn. If I was you, I will make a new one.
Most of the time, obviously, there was no nervousness, nothing. We were just focused on doing our work. Yeah, your hair was a little bored from time to time.
But venga, we need to clean at the same time, because if we don't clean, you have the starter, you can pass some of the dirty into the...
Two of the other schools, they were pretty much confident. They were like reacting really cool from the starting onwards.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Venga, it should be hot, hot, hot.
So we started becoming a bit nervous.
That's enough, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough. Marco, that was sugar, that was sugar. That was sugar.
Come on, you could have told me.
I took the sugar, I looked at him, I looked at the sugar, I looked at him, I looked at the sugar, and I saw the surroundings of the sugar, butter, cinnamon, all the stuff that was used in the dessert. So I realized that we actually put in the sugar instead of the salt. This is the salt. This is the salt.
Why didn't you tell me all the time?
So I just took out the actual salt from the starter and main course tray, and put it in, put it in, put it in. Is it clean? Is this?
Yeah.
Alright then, try it. We don't need the whole thing.
I can't taste it very well.
Well, is it good?
I didn't know.
Guys, the quarterfinal round ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hands up, everybody!
Do you know how to read food labels? The next time your mum sends you for a carton of milk or even a loaf of bread, make sure you check the expiry date on the back to see if it's still okay to eat. For more fun food facts, meet us at youngtimes.com.
Lifebuoy Foodshala Kids presented by Karoli in association with Daewoo, Red Tag, Albion Water, Capri Sun, Omo, 4Mobile, Tilda Rice, Signal, supported by Eagle Eye Interiors, Young Times and Radio 4.
Today you have two very special people from the culinary world. You have Miss Sandra TIKAL, who is the General Manager of Palazzo Versace. Also with her, from the team, we have the Executive Chef, Mr. Mansour MEMARIAN, who is the first Iranian chef who has a Michelin star. So join me in welcoming all the judges to the stage.
I'm very excited to see you guys here. I'm more, more nervous by cooking my first Michelin star, so being here with you guys. So let me guess, the beautiful fish on the side here must be yours?
This is a special dish from the Chettinad cuisine. It's with Archie's touch. Archie in South India is called grandmother. And Archie's touch is basically we add caramelized onions and roasted garlic over the fish.
You know that your fish still beautiful, juicy. That's great.
As a Spanish, we don't need too much spices, but this one it has the perfect balance for me that I can balance very well. Really like that one.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
We begin the biryani.
So that's a baby jackfruit.
Yes, and the baby jackfruit is actually a vegetable, not a fruit.
Yeah.
So when it ripens, it turns into a fruit.
Second spoon is so tasty.
Thank you.
Now we come to the finale. So I will add the syrup directly on top, yeah?
There's only a little bit of syrup, but if you want,
Let us
you can
try
add.
first without.
It might be a little bit dry,
Yeah.
so.
Very, very nice.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
So let's call James founder. Let's go try.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. As you said, it's a comfort dish, but you have, to eat. The ingredients with the breads, they are not one. So you see, looking at it already, they are not together. They don't, as if they don't belong to each other.
And possibly a little bit more on the presentation, a little bit more.
I put lots of shrimps.
Yes, I can
Thank
see.
you.
That's an art also in the kitchen. Mistakes always happen,
Yeah.
but to be able to fix them, that's also a challenge. Well done.
Thank you.
I put the whipped cream here on the side. You see, your bananas are not overcooked, still solid. They have a bite and caramelized in itself. So it's not easy to do, no, chef?
You did a good job here.
Great, well done.
Thank you very much.
Bravo, bravo.
I think I was underconfident because we stuck onto a really simple dish, simple plating and everything. And when we compared to the other teams, their plating was much more high level.
So let's see what BHAVAN Abu Dhabi have made for us today.
Flavors are beautiful.
One piece is not enough, but we have to go further now.
I thought that the main course is exactly a basic for them.
I like the coconut very much, but they are all good. The beauty is they have different tastes: sour, a little bit fruity, and then the coconut taste. That one might go soon on my menu, so the way it's presented. So. Beautiful, taste very good. Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you. Indian flavors are like some universal flavors. Like, it's really good. It actually wins everywhere. Wherever we make, being in India, I'm very proud to be. Like, I can present our dishes. It's so tasty. If we add it properly in the proper consistency and everything, the proper proportion, it'll be really good.
So now we try all the food, and we're gonna tell you what we think about it. We will start with Sandra.
And I'm going to talk about Emirates International. The first thing, teamwork is always very important in any kitchen, and you demonstrated that you all work together very closely. Your presentation was very, very good. Each dish was enjoyable. The use of the jackfruit and the history of it disappearing from Sri Lanka and doing a Sri Lankan biryani, very beautiful presentation. I congratulate you all.
Let me talk about James. The tapas, I have to say, overall it was very good, the whole menu, but the tapas, it lacked a little bit of something. as I said, toasted maybe the bread and maybe more mayonnaise on the mix.
So I have to say, I love the direction of your 3 courses, yeah, and I love the prawn thalers you had done. So fantastic! It was beautiful to taste it. You could taste every flavor out, yeah. Even your dessert. Your dessert was my favorite today, I have to say. But the rice dish, like a little bit on taste, yeah. But nevertheless, it was fantastic to eat your dishes. Thank you very much.
Now the time has come. You know there's only one team who can pass to the semi-final, and I'm gonna give the decision to Sandra. So Sandra, please tell us who the winner is.
The winner is Emirates International.
The more rounds I go to, the more I'll learn, more tips and tricks I'll learn.
Well done, you passed to the semi-final, but there is a second team passing to the semi-final.
When the other school got first, we were like, wow, that's so great. But we were like, okay, fine. But then the twist came in, like 2 schools. That was just like a big moment.
And I will leave the chef to decide who passed to the next semi-final.
So it's really hard for me to decide who will go through. So you guys, both of you, you had, as I said, fantastic skills in your dishes, but the better one, BHAVAN school from Abu Dhabi.
This is just the beginning, alright? And everything, I'm gonna be back next year. Don't even worry about it, alright? I'm gonna do it. I hope I'm gonna win. Can't be too sure, but see you next year.
We tried our best like a good person would do, and we tried our hardest like a good person would do. And thank you everybody who supported us.
Congratulations to Emirates International Jumeirah and BHAVAN's Abu Dhabi for entering the semi-finals of Foodshala Kids. Competition was tough, judgment was strong, but the teams made sure they left a good impression in the kitchen tonight. And that's a wrap on tonight's episode, but stay tuned for another round of the quarter-final next week on Lifeboy Foodshala Kids presented by Karoli.
It's a KKompany production.